The rotten apple doesn't fall too far from the withering tree. Remember that. Narcissistic, deranged mothers who defend, enable, and bail out the criminal sociopaths from jail. Those are the ones you have to look out for. And we're also going to be talking about flying monkeys, narcissist flying monkeys, and a bunch of interesting and exciting stuff right here on the Psychopath Exposure Show. Guys? Welcome back to the show. My name is Kira and you are watching Psychopath Exposure TV. How you guys doing today? I hope everyone's having an amazing time. You know, the holidays are upon us, so I usually get bombarded with a lot of survivors that are dealing with narcissistic, psychopathic stalkers, hoovers, all sorts of crazy activity from their abusive partners, from their exes, from their current abusive narcissist, psychopath partners, husbands, wives, spouses. It's usually the women during this time that are dealing with a lot of the hardships. These sociopathic, psychopathic predators, they lose their shit during the holidays in particular, and go through all sorts of nutty thought patterns where they think that they can somehow come back and spend the holidays with you. Somehow they think that you're going to be open to a conversation after all the abuse, after all the hardships you faced. And when you refuse, when you have strong boundaries, when things have gotten escalated, when the police have had to get involved, when they have criminal felony charges on them, when they've got multiple arrest warrants in different counties and different states and they're on the run, and now they decide to call you from a motel phone, from a burner account, from somebody that they're manipulating in another state, and then they use their phone to call you, thinking that you're just going to forget what really happened, thinking that you're going to forgive them, thinking that you can just have a conversation like if nothing even happened. Oh, poor little deranged fools. You know, some of them are out on the run right now. Some of them, like I said before, are going to be spending the holidays alone in a cell. But you know what really irks me? It's the mothers of these criminal sociopaths that continue to bail them out, continue to enable their psychotic behavior. Gotta remember, guys, the rotten apple doesn't fall too far from the withering tree. Sometimes all you have to do is look at their mothers and you realize, oh wow, this madness runs in the family. That entire family is crazy. The entire family is nutty. The mothers actually believe that their sociopathic, psychopathic sons are the victims. They really believe that. They buy into that BS. Why? Because they're also disordered. It's really messed up because what these mothers are doing, they're allowing these criminals to get back out on the streets and continue their onslaught. They're going to hurt another victim. They're going to hurt somebody else. They might even hurt the same person again because these idiots don't learn their lesson. You see it all the time in the news. You see it all the time on YouTube. You see, it's a school shooting right now. The Oxford shooting I just saw right now was live, the sentencing. Kids getting life. I believe he was tried, it happened when he was 15 or something like that. Now he's getting life. Like, it all comes back. It comes back and gets them. But think of all the lives that could be spared if oftentimes these mothers, these enabling flying monkeys, right, would open their eyes and realize, hey, wait a second, my son's a nutcase. My son's a fucking scumbag. You know, two movies come to mind. Remember Scarface? When Tony Montana, after 5 years, comes back to visit his mom and his sister. His mom was not having it. She threw him out of the house. She didn't want his money. She didn't buy into his bullshit. Threw him out of the house and did not want him hanging out with Gina. And look what happens by the end of the film. If you haven't watched Scarface by now, I'm sorry, I'm about to spoil it. She got killed. She gets killed. And it's because of him. Because you can't hang out with these losers. These people are dangerous. You know, a lot of them just have madness in their mind. They just want to get even. They really believe that it's okay for them to do all the damage and all the abuse. But God forbid you do something back to them. God forbid there's some sort of justice. God forbid they get what they deserve. No, they still have to, they still have to come back and get one up on you because they're one-uppers. They refuse to lose. That's how you know they're crazy. In this life, you gotta be humble. Let me tell you, there's a greater power that holds dominion over everything and everyone. And it will humble you. Believe me, it will humble you. If you think you're untouchable, believe me, the time will come when you're gonna roll snake eyes and all hell's gonna come for you. I don't know what these people really are thinking. But they continue, and they continue. And you guys have to really stand up for yourself, because if you don't, they will be in control. They will continue to have control. They will control you through your own fear, through your own paranoia. They have power over you. You have to do what you have to do, and unfortunately, sometimes with these scumbags, you do have to get the cops involved. You do have to get an attorney. You do have to file restraining orders. You do have to press charges. You do have to press multiple charges. I don't know how these mothers do not realize, hey, wait a second, son, why is it that every woman that you're involved with puts a restraining order on you? Why is it that every woman you're involved in, there's some sort of domestic violence case on your ass? Why is it that every woman you're involved with doesn't end well and you start to stalk and stalk and stalk and track and follow and then end up in jail again and again and again? It can't be them. What's the common denominator here? It's the nutcase. It's the psychopath. It's the deranged sociopath. It's the narcissist. Whatever label you want to put. How can they not realize that it's happening over and over? And this kid is crazy. They just don't see it. These are the kids that end up growing up. Okay, because a lot of these sociopaths, they come from broken homes. They come from foster homes. They come from all sorts of broken families, horrible situations. They end up growing up, and what do you think? They miraculously get healed? No. They're the ones that go and do criminal shit. They're the ones that target the perfect victim. They get into that relationship, and it's highly abusive. But in their head, they think they're top dog. They think they're the alpha. They think they're untouchable. You know, another movie comes to mind, of course, is Friday the 13th. Y'all know Jason Voorhees. You think Jason is the psychopath and the killer. Oh, have you ever watched the first one? Have you ever watched the first Friday the 13th? Most people haven't. They just recognize the hockey mask and the serial killer or whatever. In the first Friday the 13th, It was Pamela Voorhees. It was the mom. She was the deranged psychopath. She was the killer. And then, of course, in the sequels, it's the son. And then he hears the voices. The mom is telling him, kill for me, Jason. Get revenge. Blah, 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 blah. You know, I believe this is what these sociopaths hear. They hear these voices in their head. They'll tell you they have all these friends. They have their back. They're connected with all these people. They tell you all this shit to scare you. And I can't blame you, ladies. You know, you buy into it and you get scared, especially if you're all alone, especially if you're all alone during the holidays, right? These are cowards. They're cowards. That's why they're targeting you. If they had friends, if they had a healthy support system, which, face it, they don't, but they think they do. They think they know more about psychology than you. They think they know more about healing and therapy than you. If they had any type of healthy support system, if they had any friends, right? The friends would tell them and would advise them to stop doing this stupid shit. Because when you become obsessed, like, think about it for a second, how these sociopaths, they get so obsessed with you. They spend every living, breathing second of their day tracking you, showing up at your job, waiting for you behind your car, figuring out where you're gonna be, figuring out who you're seeing, calling all of your friends, harassing your friends, going online, trying to figure out how they can fuck with you, trying to figure out how to hack into your shit, going into all these hacking websites, some of them that get pulled down by the FBI. They're doing all that shit. That they don't have time for friends. They're nuts. They are fucking nuts. If they had any friends, if their mothers had any type of fucking rationality or intelligence, they'd realize their son is crazy. But instead, what do? They support them. They take their side. They'll call the girl and tell off the girl. They'll call the mother of the child, tell her off. A rotten apple doesn't fall too far from the withering tree. Remember that. Remember that. So, if this holiday season you're dealing with a crazy psychopathic, deranged psychopath, I probably already said that word. You're dealing with an obsessive stalker. If you're dealing with a narcissist that just can't let you go, that's obsessed with either getting you back or making sure you don't date anybody else after them because they still think they own you. Fucking nuts. If they have somebody new and they're still fixated on somehow throwing it in your face, like, look how happy I am, it's like, no one gives a shit. No one cares. Like, if they knew the victim doesn't want to hear a word from you, they hope that you get married and move the fuck on. They don't care. Shoving it in your face, right, should not bother you guys. It should not bother you. It should make you laugh. And if you have any sense of empathy for the future victim, realize the future victim is going to be fucked just like you, and possibly worse, because now they're carrying the baggage from your relationship. They're carrying the knowledge that they failed again, and that they're out on the run, and that they have to lie again, and they have to create stories and smear your name, especially to the news supply. They have to smear your name to the news supply, so the news supply thinks that you're the crazy one, that you were a horrible ex, so that they feel sorry for them and they double down instead. Like, what a hassle. What a shitty way to live. And yet they're out there. They're out there because you guys tell me all about it. I know they're out there, and you see the shit in the news and you wonder, wow, that's crazy. That's some shit out of a movie. Until it happens to you and you're like, oh, whoa, Like, this shit actually happens? Like, this is real? Yeah, it's real. Yeah, it's real. You wonder how these people have multiple mugshots on the internet. You know, sometimes it's funny. You see they have like 18 mugshots in a row, and you start reading the shit, and it's like, what the heck? Like, did they not realize, like, the first time they went to, they went to county and they saw what a shit show it was? Like, did they not think, like, maybe I should stop because I never want to come here again? You know how a buddy of mine went to jail for 1.5 years. And I remember he told me the story like fucking 15, 20 years ago. And he told me the whole thing. He went in there for some serious shit. Serious fucking shit. And, you know, when he got out, it was like, I am never going back. He fucking left everybody the fuck alone. He let them think what they wanted to think. He was like, I will never set foot in that fucking jail again. Never. Fuck the ex, fuck the fucking parents, fuck the fucking friends. Oh, hell no. Never going back there again. Turned his life around. He's happily married now. He's got 2 kids. He's got a great fucking job. He's doing really, really well. You know, he's still street smart. He's still a tough guy. He ain't no pussy. He's still a tough guy. But he doesn't mess around. He's not going to go back there. He's not going to ruin his life. But a lot of these fucking deranged nutcases, they don't realize. They just don't see it. They're so crazy. They are so disordered. They are so psychotic. And of course, when mommy keeps giving them money for attorney fees, not realizing that their whole life savings are being fucking thrown away because this deranged sociopath is going to keep doing the same shit. And if and when they ever get out, they're going to do the same shit. They're going to go right back in for a harsher sentence, possibly for life. But mommy's going to fucking bail them out. Mommy believes their son is the victim. Mommy believes everybody's attacking their son. Yeah, fucking idiot. You're the reason why people are getting hurt out there. You're the reason. And the flying monkeys have no clue what's going on, and they just believe the BS that these losers fucking tell them. And they do their bidding. Like, my God, if someone came to me with some crazy ass story about some fucking ex-wife or some ex-husband or some shit, I don't want to hear it. To me, you're fucking nuts already. Just the fact that you're going to come, I'm a stranger, and you're coming to me to tell me some shit. Like, I'm trying to do my job, and you're coming to me like, hey, you know that person over there, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to hear shit. I'm not getting involved. Leave me the fuck alone. Go do what you got to do. I don't want to even know about it. But there are some people that love the gossip. They love gossip. And they just want to know more. They want to get involved. Yeah. A lot of times it's the entire family. The fucking brothers, the sisters, the cousins, the grandmas, the grandpas, the parents. They're all fucking flying monkeys. And none of them take the time to really do the research and really say, hey, wait a second. What's really going on here? Huh? Why is this person telling me this? Really? Did they really? Is it really false allegations? Really? Then how come you have so many? With so many different people, in so many different counties, in so many different states? Why are you on the run? How come you don't have a place to stay? How come you're asking strangers for money? Like if you're homeless, right? How come your stories don't match and they don't line up? How come there are holes in your story? See, if you pay attention, if you really pay attention, you'll see how there's the shit that they tell you, there's pieces missing. And when they tell you the next day, there's another piece missing, and then it's replaced with something else. Like my psychopath ex used to do that. She would tell me when she was playing her game, and then I would question her again the next day, and it was funny. Like I would hear something she didn't say before, and I would notice something she said before had suddenly changed. And then I would point that out, and there came the tantrum. Of course, because I got you. Because I got you. You know, it's funny how these fucking deranged sociopaths come up with these weird-ass stories. Weird-ass stories that don't make sense. A lot of them give themselves away. A lot of them confess to the crimes they're doing within their smear campaign. Within their smear campaign, if you pay attention to the smear campaign, if they're posting shit online, they give themselves away. And all that shit's used against them in court because they're dumb. That's how dumb they are. And yet they keep getting bailed out until they roll snake eyes. And once they roll snake eyes, all the shit that they thought they got away with, all of it comes fucking slamming down on them. Was it worth it? Was it worth it? No. So you ladies that love getting involved with fucking criminals and the bad guy, this is the shit that happens to you. And you will wish, fuck, I should have seen that red flag. He had domestic violence charges with his ex-wife. What business did I have getting involved with somebody like that? Sound off in the comments below if you can relate to this. If you've had to deal with the mother of one of these losers and how they've defended them and how they've taken their side and how they've bitched you out. Let us know your story. If you're still dealing with that, if you're dealing with that now during the holiday season, share with us, please. We'd love to hear it. Guys, thanks for watching to the end. I hope you got some value out of this. I know it's tough to listen to some of this stuff sometimes, but it's real, it's happening, and you have to mitigate it. You know, if your abuser, you know, is still out there and he's trying to come, like, you got to file charges. If they already have fucking charges on them, if they're in jail waiting trial, you know, you gotta follow up with the DA. You gotta follow up with the cops, with the witnesses, because, you know, their attorneys. You know what their attorneys are gonna do? They're gonna push the fucking trial as far back as they can, as a Hail Mary, hoping that some of the witnesses drop off, that they change the DAs, that something they change a judge or something like that. That's like the miracle in hopes of avoiding a conviction. You as the victim, you gotta stay on top of that. It's your responsibility to stay on top of that, because these fucking deranged motherfuckers will keep coming for you until the day they're locked up permanently. All right, so hope everyone's doing well and staying safe. My name is Kira. This is Psychopath Exposure. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.